Is this the end of the bull run? Let's have a look at what's going on, because I will tell you exactly what we're doing to protect ourselves and to make profits, because we have actually taken profits. So let's look at this chart. First of all, it is falling, red candles. It's looking pretty bad for Bitcoin. Now, as in nothing to enter, nothing to buy in at this time. So let's look at what we have just done. So in my last video on Instagram, I said we took a MENA profit. So we exited the trade in profit. And we also took an XRP. We entered at 226. We exited at 257 on 252.27. We exited on leverage. We took a uni trade, profit of 54%. And we exited an ETH trade. We entered at 3464. We exited at 3579. So we exited ETH at 3579. Let's have a look at ETH. So we exited ETH right here. So we got this run up and we exited here, 3579. It went all the way up to 3640. So we exited just under, and we have not entered since. So that's it. Now the market has fallen again and we're here. We have no clear entries because there's no green, no anything like that. So right now, with our trading, we're doing great. And this is why you gotta trade and not just hold. What am I doing with the hold? So we had ETH fall to right here around the 3,000 mark. And now it's touched back down at this 3,000 mark. So I don't like it. I don't like that it's fallen back down in terms of long term. Long term, I know crypto is going to be good, but in the short term, we're buying and we're selling. So what to do here? Now, big picture, since October 7th, we had not had a peak with Ethereum since October 7th. It's been just going down ever since. So it fell the first time to 3,410, came back up, and then it fell to 3059, and which is where it fell just a few hours ago. Let's look on the 1 hour chart. Yeah, just a few hours ago, that's where it hit, and then we had a little climb back up. But will it climb back to the top? It's not ready yet. The chart's not saying, hey, this is a clear entry. This is clearly we're going up. It doesn't say that at all. So then what do you do in that case? You do nothing. You wait for clear entries. We only enter trades if they're clear opportunities, and that's why we have so many good wins. For your long-term holds, would you be holding crypto long-term at this point? We're all expecting this big alt season. We all wanted the big alt season and we were expecting it, and a lot of that is hopeism. But we have to also look at what's going on in the chart, because here, when we look at the rainbow chart, we have not had the expected pump like we were supposed to, and it has not happened. We normally have a bull run around this time where everything climbs, and that has, again, not happened. We had Bitcoin hit around 126 average across all the exchanges, and then since then it has fallen. But that is also the date about 18 months past the halving that we're supposed to have a run up and a fall. Now we have not had a run up. It doesn't feel like we had a run up unless that was the run up, and if that's it, then that's pretty lame. Now what I'm doing at this time is when I exit a trade, I'm waiting for the next opportunity. So all of those long-term holds, all of the altcoin season, everything like this, it didn't come. And even though all the analysts say, oh yes, it might come in 2026, it hasn't come. And I would rather at this time switch from holding anything to only trading. That's me. Just take everything holding, put it into stable coins until you have a proper entry, because our trading has done extremely well. Now, if we look back at our last few trades, Rune, we made 9%, Comp, we made 13%, ETH, we made 6%, Bitcoin, we made 3%, BNB, we made 9%, ADA, we made 17%, DOT, we made 67%, Link, we made 13%, SUI, we made 14%. This is why, an XRP, 28%. This is why our trading does so well that I wouldn't even hold anything at the moment. I would just trade. Like, if you just look at this, why would we do anything? Like, even we could actually come into the market and short, like we shorted Bitcoin 12,000 to 10,000. We did a short. So we can actually short, even if it's a bear market, we could short and make so much money shorting, just like we make money going long, which we're expecting the market to go up. But when it's a bear market, things are going to start falling down. When we have the crash in the bear market, everything will fall, and then there will be no holding on my side, just everything into stablecoin, USDC, USDT, stablecoins to preserve. Okay, and then you still have it in crypto, and you're going to be able to enter trade. So I would just trade. That's what I would do. I would just trade. I would switch it from not having any holdings at all, because you're holding expecting there to be a bull run, but there's been no real bull run, no real alt season, and all the indicators show that we have not peaked. So it's weird that we are falling so much. And originally we did say around October, November is the time for the peak. And once the peak happens, everything will start falling, except we haven't had the peak and everything's starting to fall. Another thing is we have all this good news for XRP, so much good news, and then the market still falls. See, these candles are 6 hours. We could see that we had some really good XRP news, and XRP fell to 222. So it just fell. Luckily, we had already exited our trade. Okay, so I'm going to verify the spreadsheet again, but basically we're taking it all from our Discord group. Everything's in here. So you can see we entered at 226, entered at 252.27. So the number here on the right, and we exited around here. So that's it. So we took our profit and that's it. We haven't re-entered. So there's nothing that we're in right now. And right now for holding, I don't want to hold at this late part of the bull run. Our bull run was actually supposed to end in October after we had our phase, our FOMO phase, but we never had our FOMO phase. And every single indicator says this is not a peak. If we look at alt season here, it's not here yet. It's not here at all, but you could tell just by looking at the charts. I'd rather just wait in stablecoin until we have a good trade. Like I said, it worries me that we have really good XRP news and XRP fell instead of climbing. I remember a lot of that from before, from the last bull run at the end when it was, when we switched to the bear market, we would have really good news, but the market just kept falling, and it would fall exactly around 18 months after the halving, which is right around now, except that we never had our peak. That's the issue. We never had our peak, so we keep hoping and hoping and hoping to have this peak for our altcoins, but what if that doesn't come? Okay, if we look at the bull market peak indicators, because we want to sell at the top, everything's saying just to hold now. Every single indicator, even the 12 multiple that I was just talking about, the rainbow chart that I was just talking about, all of these indicators, they're just showing that it's just not a peak. And of course it's not a peak. We could tell by the chart. Let's go back to Bitcoin here. You could tell Bitcoin is not peaking, it's actually falling. Today's February 14th. I would preserve this and just wait for the next trade. You'll make so much more money in trading than holding. Holding is just the long-term thing, and a lot of people hold over the long term. Over the long term, yes, everything is going to go up over the long term, but when you're trading, you can make money on the way down. You can make money on the way up because you're trading and you have more control, and that's why our trades are so good. So what I would do is I would just continue trading. Forget about this holding for the long term. If you're trading, trade, pull money out of the market constantly. Pull money out. When you have profit, take it. Okay, so we could actually set stop losses and profit and let it ride. So we try to take as much profit as possible out of our trades. Sometimes they're small. You can see sometimes we take a 3% profit because everything is protected. If we have another run up, great. I'll be waiting because all these analysts are saying that the market is supposed to go until 2026, which is why I'm not preparing, why I'm preparing for it, but I haven't done my big short yet. And that you could hold for a very long time. And I'm not going to be doing that until I'm 100% sure that bear market is confirmed. But what I do know is after the last all-time high, which was 69K, when Bitcoin does drop this time, it could drop to 69K because every time it falls to the last all-time high. And if that's the case, you could buy Bitcoin a lot cheaper, which is what we want, because eventually Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, all these coins are amazing. They're going to be great in the long term, but you do want to be buying them at the correct time, buying and selling. I've always made more money trading than holding, and the proof is there. We have the whole history, which I could share in another video. And I have shared it in some videos. Just right now, there's no Bitcoin entry. Like, I wouldn't buy Bitcoin yet because it's not clearly going back up. The trend is always your friend. You want to follow the trend. And if we are falling, then you don't want to be buying when we're falling. We don't do that. We only buy when we know it's going to go up. And then if it falls again, we're going to protect it and we're going to take our profit and then redo that. That's a trade. You buy and sell. All right, so don't panic, stay calm, do the actions that you need to do. If you're gonna take your crypto and preserve it into stable coins, then do that. If you're gonna be trading, then wait for a good entry. Do that. So take every action one at a time and take it very calmly so that you can make a good decision. Because if you're panicked, if you're emotion, just stop, breathe, meditate, just inhale, exhale, focus on your breath, and don't leak energy everywhere. Okay, thanks. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.